Time for an Out and About with Jamie Grout Shortcast, and with me to my right, Rachel Fadley and Jennifer Brown, co-directors of Brighton Beach Memoirs, being presented this weekend and the weekend after that at the Newton Community Theater. Rachel, tell us what Brighton Beach Memoirs are all about. It's a Neil Simon play.
It is a Neil Simon play. It's the first of a trilogy that is autobiographical about Neil Simon. And this Brighton Beach Memoirs takes place in Brighton Beach, Brooklyn, New York in 1937. And the character Eugene, who is fashioned after Neil Simon, is a pubescent teenager. And that plays into the story. The second of the trilogy is called Biloxi Blues, and the final one is Broadway Bound. And but Brighton Beach Memoirs tells the story of a family, and it's an extended family living together through the end of the Depression, just before the Second World War.
Right. And Jennifer, there's going to be a special presentation coming up in just a few days about this. Tell us about that.
Correct. On September 4th, and it's a Thursday night. It'll be our final dress rehearsal at 7 p.m. And people are invited to come that maybe wouldn't be able to necessarily come to a official performance. If you have young children, or you just have other issues that maybe make it difficult for you to be at a more traditional show, you're welcome to come and join us. We call it Come As You Are, Pay What You Can. So it's a free will donation, and everyone is welcome to come and join us that night.
All right. Tell us about the actors and the roles they play in Brighton Beach Memoirs.
Well, we have an interesting cast, because while this is a story of a family, we have three families represented in our cast. We have three members of the Alexander family, Stephanie, Ian, and Ingrid, and they play the roles. Kate, one of the moms, and Lori, the younger sister, and Ian plays the role of Eugene. Mm-hmm. And then we have the Swersey family, represented by Gabe and Roy, father and son, playing father and son. And then we've got Brooke, Soapy, and Miles, her daughter, and they play the roles of Blanche and Nora. So it's very interesting to have families telling a family story.
Well, and I ask in the podcast, and I'll ask you on this video, why did the both of you want to direct this play in the first place? Rachel, first, maybe you could tell us your thoughts on that.
Well, when my husband Terry was president of the board a year ago, he asked me if there was any shows that I wanted to direct going, into the future, and so I looked at some, and Brighton Beach rose to the top right away. It was just so charming and funny, and but I said, I don't think I want to do this all by myself, and I thought of Jennifer and asked her.
Okay, and how about you, Jennifer?
Well, when Rachel asked me to come aboard, I was thrilled. I remember seeing the movie version of this back in the 80s, and I loved the movie then. And I reread the play, and it reminded me just how much heart the play has. It just tells the story of a family loving each other through the ups and downs of life. And Neil Simon just writes it with such wit. Mm-hmm. The one-liners and the conversation style is just so deep and just wonderful and nuanced and layered, and it's just such a funny show.
And I have to tell you, I watched the first act tonight, and it's just very charming. It's very funny. I think you're going to love it. And when are the presentation dates, and how can people get tickets?
Besides our special performance on the 4th, we officially open on September 5th. So we are September 5 and 6 at 7. Sunday matinee, September 7 at 2. And then the following weekend, Friday and Saturday, the 12th and the 13th are at 7. And we close with the matinee on Sunday the 14th.
Okay, and how can folks get tickets?
They can call our box office. They can call it anytime and leave a message on the answering machine, and our lovely box office ladies will get back to them. We also have a brand new system where you can order tickets online. So if you go to our website, it'll walk you through ordering tickets online.
All right, fantastic. Thanks for joining me, ladies. We appreciate that.
Thank you.
Yeah, check out Brighton Beach Memoirs at the Newton Community Theater. You will not be disappointed whatsoever. You are going to love it. It's very, very charming. So that'll wrap it up for this edition of Out and About with Jamie Grout's Shortcast. You can check it out on outandaboutwithjamiegrout.com, and you can check out the longer podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and iHeart, and all the other platforms for podcasts. Thanks for joining us. We'll check you out later. Okay, Jennifer, if you push that little black button there at the bottom.